and welcome to our special report on Agricultural Research Council of Nigerian Television. My name is Fatima Suleiman. Today on our special report, we are here at Tudunwada Karo Local Government, Nasarawa State for the 17th edition of the National Agricultural Show 2025 with the theme Empowering Smallholder Farmers, Restoring Value and Ensuring Productivity.
The 17th edition of the National Agricultural Show. We are here at Tudunwada, Karo Local Government, Nasarawa State for the 17th National Agricultural Show with the theme Empowering Smallholders Farmer, Restoring Value, Ensuring Productivity. The event, which is an annual one, aims to bring together stakeholders, including farmers, agribusiness investors, technology providers, and buyers to share information on the latest technological method and update on government policies. The minister, Senator Abubakar Kyari, ably represented at this year's fair by Mr. Bukar Musa, Director FDA, commended the organizers, partners, and participants for sustaining this important national platform that showcased Nigerians' agricultural innovation, strength, and diversity. He also advised farmers and stakeholders to use this show to establish partnership, showcase innovations, and share knowledge.
It is a great honor to stand before you today at the 2025 National Agricultural Show to deliver this address on behalf of my colleagues, governors of the 36 states of the Federation. This annual event is not only a celebration of Nigerian agricultural heritage, but also a powerful reminder of a shared responsibility to secure the nation's future through sustainable food production. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I am aware that this year's theme, Empowering Smallholder Farmers, Restoring Value, Ensuring Productivity, will ensure the attainment of food security in Nigeria. It resources strongly with the priorities of Nigerian Governors Forum, which has continued to develop policies and programs that enhance agricultural production, stimulate youth participation, and create an enabling environment for agribusiness investments in the country. We recognize agriculture as the greatest opportunity for economic transformation and strategic pillar for national security. As governors, we are united in our resolve to strengthen the agricultural sector through coordinated actions and reforms. For the past years, we have intensified our efforts in the following areas. 1. Farm mechanization and technology adoption. We support farmers with modern farm machines and equipments, digital extension platforms, improved and quality seeds, climate smart technologies. 2. Strengthening of community value chain. We promote specified community development, storage and processing capacity, establishing aggregation centers, and linking smallholder farmers to markets and agro-industrial zones. 3. Youth and women empowerment. We provide support to youth and women with soft loans, digital extension services, and agri-clusters to ensure greater participation of our youth and women in agriculture for wealth creation. 4. Sharing climate smart policy practices and solutions to emerging challenges. And 5. Security and protection of farming communities. Working with security agencies and community structures, we implement measures that will safeguard our farmers, reduce conflict, serve rural production, create job opportunities in the farming communities. Your Excellencies, this is agricultural show provide a platform for smallholder farmers, researchers, policymakers, and innovators to exchange ideas and strengthen collaboration. The Nigerian Governors Forum reaffirms its commitment to continue to partner with the federal government, private sector, and development partners to achieve food security for our nation. As we celebrate excellence in agriculture, let us be reminded that the future of Nigeria depends on our collective ability to produce what we eat, add value to what we produce, and create economic opportunities for our citizens through the land and human resources that God has blessed us with. I'm aware that the federal government has established the Made in Nigeria Project Office, domiciled in the office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation. I urge us to utilize this office in order to have value for our local contents.
This sales show forms at a time when agriculture remains central to our national development agenda. The sector continues to employ millions, support rural livelihoods, and contributes significantly to national gross domestic product, the GDP. More importantly, it remains key to achieving food security, economic stability, and sustainable growth. Our ministry, the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, is focused on several priority areas designed to strengthen the entire agricultural value chain. These include boosting productivity for smallholder farmers, expanding agro-processing and value addition, enhancing mechanization, strengthening extension services, improving market linkages, and promoting climate-smart agriculture. These priorities reflect our commitment to building a resilient, competitive, and inclusive agricultural system. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and Your Excellency, recently the federal government has intensified public investment in mechanization, agro-processing, input support, and rural infrastructure. New partnerships with international organizations and friendly nations, such as ongoing cooperation on mechanization and agro-processing zones, are already unlocking resources, modern technologies, and capacity building opportunities for farmers and agripreneurs. These efforts aim to reduce post-harvest losses, promote domestic production, and enhance competitiveness across the value chain. Ladies and gentlemen, policy alone is not enough. Real impact depends on all stakeholders. The farmers adopting improved seed and climate resilient practices, the private sector investing in processing and storage, the youth applying digital tools and innovation, and the states providing enabling environments, land, and extension services. Permit me to emphasize three priority actions for all stakeholders. 1, strengthen value addition. We must move beyond exporting raw commodities and expand domestic processing. This is where the greatest economic and job creating potentials lies. 2, improve mechanization access. Mechanization must be affordable and available at community level through service centers, hire schemes, and appropriate scale machinery that supports smallholders. Lastly, 3, promote climate-smart agriculture. Changing weather patterns threaten productivity. We must invest in water-efficient technologies, resilient seed varieties, and risk mitigation tools such as agricultural insurance. To our young people, agriculture is full of opportunity. The ministry will continue to support youth-focused agri-businesses and agro-technology ventures. To our development partners and private investors, your contributions are invaluable, and we encourage even deeper collaborations. To state governments, we rely on your partnership for effective delivery of federal programs. At this juncture, I wish to reiterate unequivocally that the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and by extension, the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR is aware and mindful of the challenges of the smallholder farmers, especially that of high cost of farm inputs, and is putting relentless efforts with a view of ameliorating the circumstances. As we open this show, let us use the next few days to establish partnerships, showcase innovations, share knowledge, and strengthen networks. The ideas, technologies, and agreements formed here can shape the next phase of Nigeria's agricultural transformation.
In his goodwill message, Kabir Ibrahim, Chairman, Board of Trustees, National Agricultural Foundation of Nigeria, stated that the event is a wake-up call to all farmers in Nigeria. He also called on all stakeholders to double their efforts in agricultural production and further implore the government to support individuals with businesses in agriculture to help attain food sovereignty.
In the last 10, 12 years, we have experienced a lot of bottlenecks in production. Threat factors like insecurity, climate change, low mechanization are issues that we must consider in really bolstering our food system. I know that the federal government has opened so many windows, from implementation of the oncoming Kampala Declaration 2025 to 2036 to hand-in-hand investment by the United Nations FAO, GIZ, and many development partners, as well as Nigerian government and all stakeholders, including farmers. There is an array of activities that have been outlined to bolster the food system. Nigeria does not lack very good policies, but we need to double our effort to implement all these policies. At NABG, Nigeria Agribusiness Group, we have a policy implementation analysis fund, which we are deploying to look at all policies and follow them through till implementation. We have so far analyzed the policy on tomato, the policy on standards and gradings, the policy on dairy. There are many policies that we have in the pipeline, like the school feeding program. The school feeding program is unique because it will give the small farmers the opportunity to be able to sell whatever they produce seamlessly. And our children will grow with very clear minds, and they will be able to talk, address the public just like I'm doing now. Agriculture is the backbone of Nigeria's economy. Once we discovered oil, we tended to neglect agriculture. It is time now for us to revisit that issue. So we are calling on all people, all stakeholders who are here and those who are not here, and those who are listening to us, to double their efforts in agricultural production and to improve our agricultural productivity by evolving processing mechanisms that will add value to what we produce, so that we don't sell what we produce in its primary form. We should be able to be a hub for finished products. Unlike what we do now, we send all these things abroad to some people and they bring them back value added, and we spend a lot of money to do it. And that is not the way we should go forward. Henceforth, I'd like to call on all people who are interested in agriculture to double their efforts in investing in agriculture. And I implore the government to support all those people who have made some effort at building big businesses in agriculture, because these are legacy projects. They will be left and they will be there for hundreds of years, and they will help Nigeria to attain food sovereignty and food security.
On his part, the representative of the Executive Secretary, Dr. Adamu Abubakar Daban. Mr. Duro Ezekiel commended the organizer for sustaining the annual event, which he says continue to inspire innovation, collaboration, and progress across the agricultural landscape.
It is with great honor and a deep sense of commitment to our nation's agricultural development that I stand before you today on behalf of the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria to deliver this good message at the 2025 Agricultural Show. I want to sincerely commend the organizers for sustaining this important annual event, which continues to inspire innovation, collaboration, and progress across our agricultural landscape. This year's theme, empowering smallholder farmer, restoring value, ensuring productivity, with ensuring the attainment of food security in Nigeria, is not only timely, but perfectly reflect the present realities and the urgent steps required to build a resilient and food secure nation. Smallholder farmers make up the backbone of Nigeria's food production system. They contribute more than 70% of the food consumed locally. Yet, they often face limitations in inputs, technologies, finances, and market access. To truly empower these farmers, we must restore value to their efforts. This means improving their access to research-driven innovations, providing high-yielding and climate-resilient varieties, strengthening extension system, and ensuring that their produce attract fair market prices. ARCN, through our National Agricultural Research Institutes and Federal Colleges of Agriculture, has intensified the development and dissemination of productivity-enhancing technologies. This includes improved seeds, climate-smart agricultural practices, mechanization models suitable for smallholder use, and better post-harvest and value addition technologies. Ladies and gentlemen, food security is not achieved by chance. It is a result of deliberate investment, collaboration, and continuity in policy implementation. Today, as we gather for this agricultural show, we celebrate not only the innovations and products being showcased, but also the resilience of our farmers, researchers, and agribusiness actors who continue to ensure that Nigeria moves steadily towards greater agricultural self-reliance. Let me emphasize that the ASEAN remain committed to strengthening the linkage between research, extension, and farmers. Our new research outreach initiative, technology demonstrations, and capacity building programs are designed to ensure that research output do not remain on the shelf, but are translated into real improvement in farmers' field. We believe that when farmers are empowered with the right knowledge, technologies, and support systems, productivity will increase, rural livelihood will improve, and national food security will be attained. I salute all exhibitors, innovators, farmers group, institutions, and development partners participating in this year's show. Your collective efforts are vital to restoring value to Nigeria's agricultural sector. Finally, I reaffirm the ASEAN commitment to partner with all stakeholders to build a more productive, competitive, and sustainable agricultural sector that works for every Nigerian, especially the smallholder farmers who feed our nation.
Dignitaries and stakeholders in their goodwill messages described the show as a crucial platform for showcasing the latest advancements, products, and equipment and driving innovation in the sector.
This annual gathering has grown to become a critical platform for showcasing innovation, strengthening productivity, as well as demonstrating resilience in our agricultural food systems. As the umbrella body for the private sector in agriculture, NABG deeply appreciates the efforts of NAFN and its partners in convening this event. This agri show continues to demonstrate immense potential within our value chains, from production to processing and logistics to markets, technology and financing. This demonstrates the critical role of public-private dialogue in addressing the opportunities and structural challenges confronting the sector. This year's edition is particularly significant coming at a time when Nigeria must accelerate investments in food systems, resilience, scale climate-smart agriculture, and strengthen smallholder productivity. The theme and agenda of the 2025 Advert show aligns with our own priorities at NABG, especially in the areas of policy implementation, as mentioned by my president during his speech. On behalf of the NABG's Executive Council, the Administrative Board, and the NABG Secretariat, we commend NAFN for its consistency and leadership. We salute the exhibitors and will continue to bring ingenuity and enterprise to the forefront of Nigeria's agricultural landscape. NABG remains committed to working with NAFN and all its stakeholders to strengthen agribusiness competitiveness, mobilize investments, and build partnerships that unlock real, measurable impact across all value chains. We wish all participants a successful and impactful Agri-Show. May this year's event inspire greater collaboration, drive innovation, and move Nigeria closer to achieving a resilient, inclusive, and prosperous agricultural sector.
Producers of weather and climate information, NIMET, the enablers, agents of dissemination, partners, policymakers, and the end users, which of course are the farmers, gathering together to share experiences with the expectation to better our agricultural process tomorrow. According to the UNDP 2011, Africa faces considerable challenges in adapting to the long-term impact of climate change and extreme climate events. Extreme events have led to severe economic losses over the years and increased farmers' needs for weather forecasts information that will enable predictions beyond the timeline of indigenous knowledge in decision-making processes. The impact of flood and its results, economic losses, are fresh in our memories. 2024 that affected Maiduguri and some parts of the country, while we are yet to ascertain the extent of the impact of the extreme 2025 events still ravaging through the country with big bang and affecting economic activities and livelihood. Smallholder farmers in Nigeria have to contend with a high vulnerability due to low level of adaptability, capacity, poor uptaking of weather services, and resilience on indigenous weather forecasting, which often lead to large-scale crop failures and harvest losses. There are a number of weather-related diseases that affect livestock and humans, and accurate weather prediction will have major inputs to early warning systems on livestock farmers. Critical information considered important for planning include onset of the season, duration of the season, dry spell, little dry spell, and end of the season. Other vital updated information like the sub-seasonal forecast, impact-based forecast, and the daily weather forecast are considered.
The National Agricultural Development Fund is honored to extend its goodwill to the National Agricultural Foundation of Nigeria on this impactful gathering, theme empowering smallholder farmers, restoring value, ensuring productivity for the attainment of food security in Nigeria on the occasion of this National Agricultural Show. Smallholder farmers remain the backbone of Nigeria's agricultural sector, contributing significantly to national food production, rural livelihoods, and economic stability. Empowering them is not only a strategic imperative, but a national responsibility. As we confront the pressing challenges of rising food demand, climate variability, limited access to finance, and declining productivity, it becomes clear that strengthening the capacity of our farmers is central to securing Nigeria's food future.
The sector remains the largest employer of labor, engaging over 35% of the national workforce directly and supporting over 70% of rural households. Critically, agriculture provides over 80% of the daily nutritional intake of more than 200 million Nigerians, making it central to our food security and national well-being. These numbers underscore why a platform like the National Agricultural Show, is not just a ceremonial one, it is a strategic pilot for national growth, sectoral collaboration, and economic stability. I wish to especially commend Architect Kabir Ibrahim, Chairman of the Board of Trustees of NAFN, for his unwavering leadership, discipline, and vision in sustaining this national legacy. Further, I salute the founding fathers of the National Agricultural Foundation of Nigeria, whose foresight established this show as the premier hub for agricultural policy dialogue, innovation, showcasing farmer empowerment, and value chain development. Their visions continue to inspire the modernization and competitiveness of Nigeria's agricultural sector. By hosting this show annually at the permanent National Agricultural Showground in Karunachal State, NAFN demonstrates long-term commitment to agricultural excellence, institutional stability, and sector-wide collaboration. This show has grown into a national hub where farmers present the richness of Nigeria's strawberry production, innovation, introduces new technology and recognition solutions. Processors and exporters establish new business partnerships, and women and youth find opportunities across the value chain.
The representative of the ministry and other stakeholders took out time to inspect each agency and association provision.
Global warming, how to mitigate it through research. First, I want to inform you, SAR have released this year 2 new varieties, which is zinc modifiable plants. Now you will be having a nice basic for our pregnant.
Thank you for joining us on our special report from the National Agricultural Show 2025. I remain your host, Fatima Suleiman. Thanking you for watching.